We have to learn in the big things, and we also have to learn in the small things. When I got the book contract for my very first book, 31 Days to a Younger You, I mean, it was like, can you imagine? It's a letter, and it says they want to publish my book. Let's go celebrate. And you guys know I'm frugal. So we said, let's get ice cream. So I said, my husband and the kids, you go to Ralph's and you get 2 half-gallons of ice cream, and we are going to celebrate tonight. And all I said was, this is me, you know, the amazing author, and I say, all I want is chocolate. So they leave, and they come back, and they have the little baggie, and I open up the first thing of ice cream, and it is caramel pecan crunch, which, you know, that's lovely, but that is not chocolate. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. I open the second one. It's cookies and cream. That is a chocolate cookie. That is not chocolate ice cream. So I'm looking at these two, like my goodness, you had 2 choices, and all I said was chocolate, and I am the aspiring author, and I did not ask for like this fancy thing. I just said, let's have ice cream, and I was pregnant, and I was like, you have got to be kidding that you messed this up. How could you mess this up? So I am eating this ice cream like, I cannot believe you did not get chocolate. And I'm eating this ice cream. And Ethan, Mr. Butternut Squash Soup, he says, Mom, you look so unhappy. You tell us that we should be thankful for whatever we're served. I was like, oh my goodness. Ladies, you have a lot of opportunities to practice contentment in your own home. And I said, Ethan, you are right. I am sorry. I am disappointed because I wanted something else. But you are right, and I really like this ice cream. You know, we have opportunities all the time, ladies, to practice contentment. When things happen, they're big things like Gracie's. They're small things like the ice cream. Are you going to choose, hey, I'm going to let that contentment muscle in my body grow strong? Or am I going to complain and say, my goodness, you can't get anything right? Because one of those muscles is going to grow strong, and in order to be CrossFit, you've got to let that contentment muscle, let that grow strong. So practice contentment. The second thing you want to do, it's like chocolate. You want to embrace the bitter with the sweet. If all your life is a bunch of yeses, you don't appreciate them. If all your life is a bunch of no's, you get very discouraged. So you want that bitter and the sweet and that philosophy of life that says sometimes it'll be yes, sometimes it'll be no, and that's okay. I embrace the bitter with the sweet. There's a story of a woman who she moved from her hometown with her husband, and they had a new life there. And they had sons, and everything was going well. And the sons got married, and she got kind of used to her new hometown. But then tragedy struck their family, and she lost her husband, and then she lost her sons. And she was left only with her daughters-in-law. And she said, what am I doing here in this foreign land? I might as well go home. And many of you know that the story is from the book of Ruth in the Bible. And it's the story of Naomi, who left her place. And she was in a foreign place, lost her husband, lost her sons, and she goes back to her hometown. And Ruth, of course, says, please let me stay with you. And typically we look at Ruth, and rightfully so. But today we're going to look at Naomi. And when she comes back into town in Ruth chapter 1, so if you don't think the Bible's honest and true, check this out. Ruth chapter 1, verse 20 and 21. They say, wow, Naomi, you're back. You're back. And she says, from the Message translation, don't call me Naomi. Call me bitter. The strong one has dealt me a bitter blow. I left here full of life, and God has brought me back with nothing but the clothes on my back. Why would you call me Naomi? God certainly doesn't. The strong one ruined me. So here's Naomi. She comes back to her hometown. She says, no, I'm bitter. I'm ruined. I have nothing. And there are moments in your life where you can relate to Naomi and you say, no, let's not celebrate my return because look what's happened to me. Oswald Chambers says it this way: if God has made your cup sweet, drink it with grace. If he has made it bitter, drink it in communion with him.